Philosophy plays an indispensable role in our lives, shaping our understanding, belief, and actions. This fundamental field of study has evolved through the ages, its branches exploring profound questions about knowledge, existence, and values. From the classical wisdom of the ancients to the complex dialogues of modern thinkers, philosophy has always been a crucible of intellectual development. First of all, let's understand what philosophy is.
Philosophy is the study of the love of wisdom. It focuses on fundamental questions such as the nature of human existence, the origin of the world, the value of morality, and the reliability of knowledge.
Philosophy is a discipline that deeply reflects and critiques human life and social phenomena, helping us to understand the world, to know ourselves, and to guide us in making the right decisions and actions. Philosophy is a broad discipline that encompasses many subfields, each of which is unique and important. For example, ethics focuses on moral behavior and value judgments. Metaphysics explores the nature of the universe and existence. Logic studies the rationality of thought and argument. In addition, there are aesthetics, political philosophy, social philosophy, and moral, which together form the vast system of philosophy. These branches are interwoven and permeate each other, providing us with different ways of thinking and helping us to understand the world and ourselves more fully. It primarily delves into how we come to know the world, exploring the origins, scope, and limitations of our knowledge. Through epistemology, we attempt to answer fundamental questions such as, what is knowledge? How do we know something is true? And how do our perceptions and thoughts shape our understanding of the world? When we observe a ripe apple, we typically perceive it as red. However, this perception of red is actually an interpretation of light reflection by our brains. Firstly, the apple does not truly possess color. Rather, the characteristics of its surface, ability to reflect light, interact with our visual system to produce the sensation of red. Secondly, different people may have different color perceptions. For instance, colorblind individuals may be unable to distinguish certain colors, while trained artists may perceive subtle color differences. This example illustrates a core tenet of epistemology. Our knowledge is subjective and influenced by our senses, brains, and experiences. At the heart of logic lies the validity of reasoning. It examines how we can derive reasonable conclusions from known premises through logical rules. Example, syllogism. Premise A, all mammals are born live. Premise 2, dogs are mammals. Conclusion, therefore, dogs are viviparous animals. This logical reasoning process follows the basic principles of logic, ensuring that the correctness of the conclusion is based on the authenticity of the premises and the validity of the reasoning. The development of Western philosophy has been a long and complex evolutionary process, encompassing different stages and schools of thought from ancient times to modern times. Ancient Greek philosophy laid the foundations for speculation and explored the nature of the universe and human existence. Roman philosophy inherited and developed these ideals, emphasizing the laws of nature and the control of the mind. Medieval philosophy, with the Christian faith as its dominant theme, combined religion and philosophy to form a unique theological system. With the Renaissance and the Copernican Revolution, modern philosophy began to sprout, and schools of thought such as rationalism and idealism, positivism, and existentialism continued to emerge, promoting the deepening and expansion of philosophical thought. Contemporary philosophy shows a trend of diversification and intersection, focusing on various issues such as language, culture, and power. These stages of development together form the rich phase of Western philosophy, demonstrating the continuous progress and evolution of human thought. Oriental philosophy is not a single system, but a general term covering the philosophies of various countries, including China, India, Islam, and Japan. Chinese philosophy, an epoch of thought spanning over 3,000 years, has undergone constant change from the Yin and Zhou dynasties to modern times. Confucius' correct name thought, and Lao Tzu's Taoist philosophy laid the foundations, Indian philosophy began to sprout in the Rig Veda era, then continued to develop in the Middle Ages, modern times, and the present, with the new Vedanta in particular injecting new vitality into Indian philosophy. Islamic philosophy, or Arabic philosophy, combined several schools of thought and influenced scholasticism in Europe. As for Japanese philosophy, based on its unique economic foundation, it integrates a variety of foreign philosophical thoughts and indigenous Shinto thoughts, showing a unique path of development. These philosophical systems are unique and interwoven, and together they form the rich face of Eastern philosophy. In terms of methods of dissemination, Eastern philosophy relies more on the transmission and interpretation of classical texts, such as the Analects and the Tao Te Ching. These works of wisdom have been passed down through oral tradition and written records. Western philosophy, on the other hand, places greater emphasis on academic research and dissemination, with systematic education and scholarly discussion enabling the continual deepening and development of philosophical thought. After learning about Eastern and Western philosophy, we will look at one branch of philosophy, theoretical philosophy, and its counterpart, practical philosophy. Theoretical philosophy is the study of the general principles, methods, and structures of thought and knowledge. It deals with the fundamental concepts and laws of science, mathematics, language, and more. Plato's theory of ideas tells us that the real world is only the shadow of the idea. However, theoretical philosophy is not omnipotent. Practical philosophy arose to apply philosophical principles to real life to solve practical problems. Pragmatism emphasizes the practicality and effectiveness of ideas, while positivism emphasizes the importance of experience and empirical evidence. These theories of practical philosophy have been widely applied in areas such as politics, economics, and culture. Philosophy, that seemingly profound subject, is in fact intimately connected with our lives, penetrating deeply into our every little action and thought. Philosophy, like an endless treasure, finds new value and meaning every time it is unearthed. It allows us to understand the world more deeply and to face life more wisely. So let us embark on this philosophical journey to discover the secrets of wisdom.